Tensions are rising in the Los Angeles area. Over the weekend, protesters clashed with federal and local law enforcement agents. Sunday, marking the third day of demonstrations in response to recent immigration raids across California, where dozens of people were arrested as part of the White House's crackdown on unauthorized immigration.
Our community is in terror, is scared to just live, to just exist.
Sunday, the Los Angeles Police Department declared protests outside the Metropolitan Detention Center an unlawful assembly and authorized use of less lethal munitions. The unrest spilling over onto the 101 freeway, with demonstrators temporarily halting traffic that afternoon. While the protests play out on the LA streets, the federal and state governments are at odds. A coalition of 22 Democratic governors condemned President Donald Trump's deployment of 2,000 National Guard, calling the move an alarming abuse of power. But President Trump says it's to help restore order. Both California Governor Gavin Newsom and Los Angeles Mayor Karen Bass are urging peace and denouncing this deployment of troops.
What we're seeing in Los Angeles is chaos that is provoked by the administration, and deploying federalized troops is a dangerous escalation.
And California Governor Gavin Newsom is threatening to sue the administration over this deployment that he says have only scaled up the tensions here in Los Angeles. Meanwhile, we're also hearing from the mayor of Paramount, California, the city where we saw many of those clashes happening over the weekend. He says things are much more calm in that area, and he is urging protesters to remain peaceful.
A Maryland man wrongly deported to an El Salvador prison has been returned to the United States to face criminal charges, according to Attorney General Pam Bondi.
Abrego Garcia has played a significant role in an alien smuggling ring.
Kilmar Abrego Garcia was mistakenly deported in March as a result of what the Trump administration called an administrative error. But the administration had failed to comply with the Supreme Court's order to facilitate his return. In the past, the Trump administration had even claimed that with Abrego Garcia in El Salvador's custody, it lacked the power to return him to the U.S.
He's in El Salvador, and that's where the president plans on keeping him.
Now, Abrego Garcia has been brought back and is accused of participating in a human trafficking conspiracy. He's been indicted on 2 criminal counts: conspiracy to unlawfully transport illegal aliens for financial gain and unlawful transportation of illegal aliens for financial gain.
He made over 100 trips, the grand jury found, smuggling people throughout our country. MS-13 members, violent gang terrorist organization members throughout our country.
Abrego Garcia has denied allegations he's an MS-13 member. His attorney has accused the government of abusing its power and said his legal team learned of his return on the news.
They've been playing games with the court.
Elon and I had a great relationship. I don't know if we're well anymore.
Observers say a feud between President Donald Trump and Elon Musk could have consequences for them both. Musk says he doesn't like what Trump calls his big, beautiful bill. Nonpartisan analysis shows it could add $2.4 trillion to the deficit over the next decade. Musk argues that would defeat all the cost savings achieved by Doge.
This is really interesting to see if it will sort of get others to sort of push back at Trump, because if this guy does it, maybe we can do it.
Some fiscal hawks sound fine with the bill dying or changing in the Senate.
I think the patient is on life support.
It's easy to be the parent that says, we're going to go to Disney World. It's hard to be the parent that says, yeah, but we can't afford it.
Repost from Musk about making peace follows his poll about making a new political party.
This is someone who has some means and methods to do something about it.
The feud is hurting Musk, too. The Bloomberg Billionaires Index says his net wealth took a $34 billion hit yesterday, and Tesla's stock fell about 14%. And Trump has the ability to threaten Musk's government contracts.
Trump, of course, can attack him all manner of ways, through the Justice Department, through investigations, impugning him.
4, 3, 2, 1. Nintendo kicked off the release of the Switch 2 console at dual midnight on-sale events at its Nintendo New York and San Francisco stores. Go. At a press event earlier this year, Nintendo of America's David Young talked about the new console.
The Nintendo Switch 2 is the next generation system from Nintendo. It's designed from the ground up to be really a premium experience. It gives players a chance to experience some of their favorite games in brand new ways.
Let's go!
One of the system's launch titles is Mario Kart World, featuring extensive multiplayer functionality.
Nintendo Switch 2 is designed for people to play together. Whether you're playing together in couch co-op, all 4 people on the same, in the same space, or if you're playing online with up to 24 people, it's really about bringing people together and sharing that game experience.
And while the Nintendo faithful are excited to get their hands on the system, Young says it is also a good entry point for new gamers.
Welcome aboard, first of all. The great thing about a lot of Nintendo games is they're easy to pick up and play, right? So you don't have to be playing for years to jump in and have a lot of fun.